Hey guys, welcome back to another video from Hoops Empire. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the start of trade season for the Boston Celtics when they traded Juan Hernangomez in a three-way deal for Bol Bol and PJ Dozier. Before we start, make sure to subscribe and like the video. So to detail the trade, the Celtics sent Hernangomez to the Spurs sent Bryn Forbes to the Nuggets, and Bol Bol and PJ Dozier to the Celtics. I like this move for Boston, despite the fact that Bol Bol will be out for 2 to 3 months with foot surgery, and Dozier is out for the year with an ACL injury. Hernangomez barely cracked the rotation this season, and getting his $6.9 million cap hit off the books is a major win for Boston. They used the Kemba Walker traded player exception for both Dozier and Bol, which means that they created a new $6.9 million traded player exception by dealing Hernangomez and technically not taking back salary for him. What this trade also does is allow Boston to get closer to under the luxury tax. The Celtics tax bill is just over $4 million, with them being $2.7 million over the luxury tax threshold. For the Celtics, who could be in business of sign-and trades this offseason, this could prove to be very important. Any amount of money the Celtics can cut off their bill could prove to be vital this summer. A sign-and-trade hard caps a team, and the hard cap is going to be about $151 million next season, and the Celtics' current bill is $139 million. A sign-and-trade for a star will be expensive, and most likely includes more money coming in than going out. So to create a good team, the Celtics will need all the money they can get off the books. So what the Bol Bol and PJ Dozier trade really means, to me, is that the Celtics are saving money in hopes for something bigger. But for the meantime, they grabbed two young players with some upside. Obviously, Bol Bol is about as raw as it gets, but I think he could pan out to be something. He is 7'2" with a +6 wingspan, can shoot the ball, and handle like someone a foot shorter. He will need a lot of work and refining to be done to his game before he could actually become a rotational piece, but he is just 22 years old. He has shown flashes of something more, but it is definitely concerning that he has only logged 53 games despite being in the league for 3 seasons. The Celtics development staff hasn't exactly been one to rave about, but there is something to be had there. On the PJ Dozier front, some may actually remember his short stint in Boston back in the 2018-19 season. He only appeared in 6 games, playing about a full game's worth of minutes the entire season. He hadn't shown much, but made a bit of a name for himself last season with the Nuggets. Over his final 10 games of the season, prior to going down to injury, he was averaging 11 points and 3 assists, including a 23-point game and a couple high assist games. He is another guy who could be a producer off the end of the bench. However, he's going to miss the rest of this season with a torn ACL. An injury has also plagued his career. He was drafted the same year as Jason Tatum, yet has logged just over 100 career games in 5 seasons. Again, not entirely ideal. But the Celtics do acquire his full bird rights, which means they can sign him to whatever contract they want to this offseason. If a team wants to take a chance on him, the Celtics could pull a sign-and-trade to whatever team is interested and get something out of that. The team sending out a then sign-and-trade player does not get hard-capped, just the team receiving said player, so don't worry about that aspect of it. I personally was really hoping, when I saw Bryn Forbes and Boston Celtics in the same sentence, that he would be wearing green. He was insanely good for the Bucks in their championship run. In fact, he kind of became a meme when he outplayed Jimmy Butler in that first-round series. He averaged 15 points and shot 49% from 3 on over 8 attempts per game. He ended up a champion and was a major reason why the Bucks even got to the finals in the first place, although he didn't play much in the finals. The Spurs somehow still grabbed him for just $4.5 million on a 1-year deal. And he would have been perfect for Boston, and all the Spurs wanted in return was a 2028 second-round pick. This season, he's averaging over 9 points, again, on excellent shooting splits. That type of bench shooting is exactly what the Celtics need, and he's on an expiring contract. I think he would have been more beneficial to this team, both in the short and long term, while still cutting the same amount of money from the luxury tax bill as Bol and Dozier combined. But in the end, it's whatever. The Celtics still come out of this deal in a better spot, both financially and with talent, than they were before it. We are just a few weeks away from the deadline now, and things are starting to heat up. The first deadline under Brad Stevens should be a good one. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your opinions on the trade and who you hope the Celtics pursue this deadline. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, follow my socials in the description, and like the video. But most importantly, have a good one.